Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated players in the entire NFL. You know, in the NFL, when you bring up route runners, a lot of people are just going to bring up, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Mari Cooper, those guys. But some people seem to forget Keenan Allen. Not only is he an awesome route runner, but he's extremely consistent. He has great hands, and he has solid speed as well. Really solid speed, and you know, people really underrate Keenan Allen's ability to go up there and make a big catch as well, to make a big contested catch. So, real quick before I get back into this topic, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show. And if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So, let's get back into this video. So, Keenan Allen, like I was saying, one of the more underrated receivers in the entire football league. When you talk about the best receivers in the league, people seem to bring up guys like, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. I think Keenan Allen honestly deserves to be up there. Maybe not, above them, but close to them. And a lot of people forget about this guy, and he's one of the more underrated guys, and he's one of the huge reasons why Justin Herbert was so successful in his first year. So, it's time to start talking about Keenan Allen a little more. Keenan Allen is, like I said, so underrated. He makes a lot of big catches on a lot of big third downs, a lot of big, long third downs, a lot of long fourth downs. He makes catches whenever. He's consistent as well, and that's a big thing. Some receivers, are fairly inconsistent, and Keenan Allen is a really consistent receiver, and you can't underestimate that. Consistency is key, as we all know. So, some of the stats to back up what I'm saying. So, as we know, he's been in the league for quite some time now. He's been in the league for 7 years. So, he's been in the league for a while. And he's also been a really, really good freaking receiver for quite some time. So, last year, he didn't crack 100. He didn't crack 100 yards. But, nonetheless, he still was an amazing receiver. Having an amazing route runner like him, the quarterback knows where he's going to be. The quarterback can trust where he's going to be, and he knows he's going to be where he needs to be. Keenan Allen also has elite, not just elite route running, but elite coverage instincts, and he knows, where to attack, the weaknesses in the coverages, cover 3, cover 2, and of course he could be anyone with his route running and man coverage. So, so last year, 100 receptions for 992 yards. Well, that 100 receptions alone is amazing. 8 touchdowns, very solid. And then you go to 2019. He had 104 receptions for 1,199 yards. He had a 3-year stretch where he had 1,000 yards. 2017, 2018, 2019. All extremely solid years, all with 6 touchdowns. Maybe the touchdowns aren't going to blow you away, but he makes that huge difference on the offense that you may not be able to see with the touchdowns. Still, 6 touchdowns is really solid. Really solid. Don't underestimate that. And then 2016, he was hurt. He had an injury. He was out most of the season. And then you go back to those 3 other seasons. You go to his rookie year where he went over 1,000 yards. He has 4 1,000-yard seasons. And just, in his next years, he did have a bit of a slump. But he learned, and then he had an injury. Then he came back from an injury in 2017, went on 3 straight years with 1,000-yard seasons. And just missed out by 8 yards last year. But, very underrated receiver. People need to talk about him more when they bring up the best route runners, when they bring up the best receivers, because I don't see him brought up enough. Maybe not top 5, just because of how many good receivers there are. I'll probably go, 1, probably Devontae Adams, 2, probably, DeAndre Hopkins, 3, Julio Jones, maybe Stephon Diggs, and 4 Julio, then Michael Thomas, or those 5 guys are probably the top 5s. I don't think Keenan Allen is that far off from that. He's very close, maybe top 7 receiver, but you get my point. He belongs up there with some of the best receivers in the game. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree that Keenan Allen is one of the most underrated receivers in the entire NFL? So let me know what you guys think. And that's gonna be it for today's episode. So I do appreciate you for watching. I do appreciate you for tuning in. That's gonna be it for today's episode. So as always, I will catch you next time.